Whew. Just look at that for a lovely view, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. So then, what are we doing out here? We are currently out in Exmoor, very north of Exmoor, because if you have been going on Facebook, you'll probably be seeing a lot of wildfires around left, right and centre. And, well, the only way I'm going to be able to prove my bloody point is by coming up here. Now, the left-wing bloody morons will blame this on climate change. Now, I don't believe that this is climate change whatsoever. Look at the bloody state of this place. You got all this dry vegetation here. Look, it's fucking dry as anything. All I need to do is chuck a cigarette on that and woof, the whole area will go up in flames. Bloody ridiculous. This stuff here, I used to love lighting it on fire as a kid. Mixed with the wind. Well, you got a disaster waiting to happen here. But how can you stop it from happening? Well, we've got a bit of a problem. The government. Always the government's fault. I love blaming the government. You're probably sitting there going, Troy, blame the government again? Well, there's a reason why I'm blaming the government for this. It's because the government give farmers subsidies to allow the ground to be natural. Now the problem is, at this time of the year, this land, as you can see, becomes very dry, and without livestock here mowing it, you end up with a massive disaster. Wow. Now I think this is what I am been looking for. I could smell this when I got out of the car. Oh my days, I'm going to have to get the drone out for this. Now, everyone, I've read the comment section on... Whoa! Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted. I wasn't expecting to find it this quickly. Whoa! Whoa. So then, eco-warriors, propagandists, what is so green about this? Seriously, what is so green about this? I'll put the screenshots of what, these going up in flames on Facebook. I'll put the screenshots on the video. What is so green about this? You can see the fields over there in the distance with the sheep grazing it, not burnt. All of this burnt to a cinder. Now the reason why this is because people who are in charge, who shouldn't be in charge, are making decisions that they shouldn't be making. This is why this is happening. Now if we had animals in here to mow it all, keep it all short and nice, this wouldn't happen. But oh no, we need to keep it natural for the birds to ground nest and wah 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 wah. Well, what bird's gonna want to ground, nest in this? Its chicks will be barbecued, gone. Complete and utter joke this. How is this green? How is this good for the environment? For the sakes of putting some sheep in here to mow it. Instead of giving farmers subsidies to have the land grow naturally, give them money to maintain the land and not have stuff like this happen. But wow, this goes on for miles. I'm going to get the drone out in a minute so I could just show the pure scale of, how far this goes. This is just insane. You can see where the fire sort of stopped here, where the pathway is. This would count as a fire stop in a way. Now, a lot of people were also blaming the farmers, saying that the farmers are doing controlled fires, and it ends up out of control. Absolute nonsense. If a farmer was doing a controlled fire, it wouldn't end up like this. A farmer would put fire breaks in, like this pavement, see, you can see where the fire's sort of stopped there, right? And here's like the walkway where there's no grass, where people have trampled it down, etc. The fire has stopped. So this is like a fire stop. So what a farmer would do is they would go around with their tractor, sort of mow a bit, so it's got no vegetation to catch the light, and then they catch the bits, you know, are light. Obviously with the wind as well, it blows the fire right through, and you just end up with great lines of fire going everywhere. But wow, this is insane. Seriously, I didn't think I was going to find this burnt out area so easily. I could smell it as soon as I got out the car. I mean, as a kid, these plants here, it's fun. I used to love setting this stuff on fire because it used to burn pretty well. But, oh, it stinks as well, man. It's starting to make my nose feel a bit odd. But, yeah, I'm going to get the bot in the air in a minute, the bot 2.0. And I just want to show the pure scale of the non-greeniness that these so-called eco-warriors that don't have a clue what they're talking about. I'm going to, yeah, show the full scale of it with the drone, I think. Let's go. Okay, I've checked on drone assist. There is a yellow system here for wildlife. Yeah, don't think there's going to be any wildlife here at the moment, so let's fly.
Take off. Home point updated.
Alright. Cool. Look at that. It's all burnt to a cinder, man. Just to give you a fair idea. So, as you can see, the side that's got a lighter colour hasn't been burnt, and the side that's a darker colour has been burnt. And if you look into the distance, you can see that field over there is nice and green because it has sheep in it grazing it. Where you look here, probably been left to grow wild because of government subsidies. Just look at all that. Wow. Look, you just see where it got halfway up the hill there. So then, eco-warriors, is there anything green about this? I've seen the pictures of the fires on Facebook, they don't look very green to me. Is there anything green about this, Keir Starmer? You have a great green agenda, but it doesn't look very green to me. Insane, man. You can see where it's sort of burnt, but left the tracks unscathed. The fire's all the way up there as well. Wow, seriously, I wasn't expecting to find it this quickly. Now we go towards the sea. This is scorched as well. Oh wait, still got the wrong bloody way. Getting a bit of wind effect. You can see me standing there. destruction the eco warriors have done. We'll just purely blame this on the eco warriors because they're the only ones to blame. Alright, I think it's about time I bring her back, and I'm going to go into a different spot. We'll fly the drone again. I just noticed this tyre here, right in the middle of the burnt area, and it's barely been scorched. Look, it's barely been scorched. You can just see how rapidly fast the fires just go through here, and the smoke's just unbelievable, man. Right, let's have another look. As you can see, this non-burnt bit here, like, you know, look how dry it is. Like, that's like a tinder box. The whole area is just waiting to go up in flames, literally. It's just absolute mental. But yet, stick some sheep in, and that would all be non-burnt. Non-burnt. I mean, like, it's just mentalness, this. But yet, an eco warrior thinks that this is green. Thinks this is good for the environment. Doesn't look very good for the environment for me. I mean, in the propaganda, they come on the TV and they go, oh look what climate change is doing, it's burning all our moorlands and blah blah blah. No, the moors have always gone up in flames. This is just normal. This is normal. I mean, like, the moors have always burnt. I mean, farmers have, like, burnt foliage in the past, controlled fires. I mean, if I come back here and after the rain, it will be green and lovely looking again. It won't take long for this to recover. However, it wouldn't be going up in flames, adding more CO2 to the environment, if the government just allowed the farmers to stick sheep in it. Just allowed the farmers to maintain the land as it should be maintained. I just can't believe the absolute scale of land that has been scorched. Not only is it a waste of time for the fire brigade, but it's bad for the environment because it's putting more gases in the air that we don't need in the air. It's bad enough we're doing it with our cars, but yet this is a man-made problem. Years and years and years ago, this whole area would have just been covered in trees, but unfortunately they were all cut down by man, and this is what's grown in the replacement of the trees, and we get bushfires. Bushfires are very natural. They happen every year and they happen everywhere, quite commonly in America, with some quite famous ones in America. But obviously in the UK we're not quite used to seeing it because the UK is smaller, so it's easier maintained. But why is the government paying subsidies to scorch the land? It don't make sense. Well, it does make sense. Idiots with degrees making decisions that they shouldn't be making. I can't believe the absolute scale of this. It's absolutely nuts. Wow, it's massive. I mean, this ain't even an isolated fire. There's fires all over the UK. Scotland, Cornwall, Devon. We've had a couple of weeks of dry. The cold kills everything off, makes it all dry like that non-burnt patch there, and then oof, up comes the fire. Now, granted, give it a month or so and all this will be green. But yeah, this is just insane, man. I'm going to find another suitable place to get the drone up so we can get a better view of the damage the eco warriors, thinking that they know better, have done. Yes, we are going to blame the eco warriors for this. The lefties, we will blame them. The other problem we're going to get is the right wing are going to start accusing the left wing fake media of faking climate change, because most more extreme right wingers don't believe climate change exists. I believe putting CO2 in the atmosphere is not supposed to be there, so it's not good for the environment. However, there are plenty of ways to stop it, but I don't think our governments, our left-wing backwards governments, take it very seriously whatsoever. And I think a lot of their efforts is from very poor judgment and done by a lot of idiots who shouldn't be making decisions. Right, I'm going to find a nice place to get the drone up. I want to have another look. Wow.
Take off. Home point updated.
So then, I haven't actually come out here just to make a video. The reason why I've come out here is to bring awareness of the stupidity of the left wings. The left wings just don't listen. They're arrogant. It's like left-wingism should just be classed as a mental health disease. It really should. And this is just, I'm not sure if over there is burnt actually. It's hard to tell from this footage, but judging from, yeah, it's burnt. All that is burnt as well. Wow. It just goes on forever. I mean, this is the sort of damage left-wing numpties do. They think they know better, but yet you try and tell them, they don't want to know. They don't even want to look at the bloody facts. They'll probably hear me slagging them off. Their stupid, ludicrous green agenda. See, get a good shot of it from up here. With the max height, and see if we can get a better shot of it. You can see what's burnt and what's not burnt. And down here is browny green patches in it. Right. That is just insane. And the only people who are to blame for this are the lefties. Once again, the farmer decided to put his sheep in here to graze. This wouldn't be happening. So, the point of this video is to bring out awareness of why maintaining the land is important. You can see down here, I think it's over here. See over here, it's all green. Well, not quite green, it's brown, but there you go, it's the sheep grazing away. fires over here. But you do see the fires on the subsidy land. Farmers in the UK are treated absolutely appallingly by the government, and these are the people that put food on your plate. They grow your crops so you can have vegetables. They look after and bring up your meat, your beef, your lamb, your turkeys. They go through the pain of having to slaughter it so you can have the privilege of having it on your dinner plate. Just look at this, it goes for miles. Bring it back. It's not profitable for a farmer to stick sheep in here to mow the lawn and to keep it well maintained. All because of the name of net zero, or as a left winger would call it, net zero. Yes, I agree. There is a climate change problem. However, I don't think anything the government has done is very realistic or even good for the environment. We have solar farms popping up everywhere. Granted, they do have divisions, and that is for another video, but still, there is nothing green about this. Nothing green about this at all. This is supposed to be woodland. You're supposed to have trees here. But yet, all the trees were cut down many years ago, back in the Victorian era, I think. And this is what grew in replacement of it. This isn't natural. This is not the natural landscape. This is what man put here. And now man has messed it up. Man is cursed to maintain it. Keir Starmer, start putting some actual green policies in place and get the sheep back in here, or grazing animals in here to graze the land. Preferably sheep, because they're the only ones who really survive up here. Right, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on, repeating myself like a broken record, and I'm going to get going home. Cheerio, everybody.